Ernie, thank you so much for joining me. How you doing?
Very good, very good. Thanks for having
Awesome.
me.
Yeah, you're welcome. Um, so listen, my first question to you, how long have you been doing comedy for now?
Oh man, it's been a while. Like I started in 2008.
Okay,
Yeah, when I was like 25.
25 years old. Why'd you get started and how did you get started? Was it something you've always wanted to do? Was it a dare? Take me back.
Well, growing up, I was actually very shy. So like I can't even imagine, you know what I mean? Like in high school, I can't imagine me doing this now,
Yeah.
like 20 years later. It was more like because like when I was in college, I took accounting and
Okay.
it was so boring. And then I remember I had this presentation for like my marketing class.
Yeah.
And it was like the project was something like sell us these Q-tips, and then I made this giant Q-tip, and then I made some jokes about it, and like the whole class was like laughing and stuff, and then everyone's like, "Yo, you're in the wrong class. You should be doing like stand-up comedy,
Yeah.
like this guy Russell Peters, who I didn't know at the time. It was like 2004, 2005,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I'm like that's hard because like to like I can make my friends laugh, you
Yeah.
know, like people that I know and so you know, like inside jokes, whatever. But to make strangers laugh, I was like, no, there's no way. But then after I graduated, I I took some like I had some like accounting job interviews, and they were so bad. I was like, I am not. I shouldn't be doing accounting, you know. And
Oh
then
wow. So you
yeah,
knew then, like in the interview stages of these
oh
jobs.
yeah, I'm like I don't want to do this for another like 40 years, you know. And
Yeah.
then it was actually until I was actually Um, I was I was I was emceeing my friend's wedding,
Okay.
and then me and my friend were co-hosting,
Yeah.
and this was like a very strict wedding. So like, there's no alcohol, no dancing. You know what I mean? So we made this
All right.
video. We made this video, and it was like a comedy video, like how the bride and groom met and
Yeah.
stuff, and like the whole crowd. There's like 300 people. They're going crazy, and and I was like, wow, this is the feeling. This is what I want. I don't want to do,
Okay.
you know, I don't want to do accounting. I want to make people laugh, you know.
Yeah.
And then eventually, I saw these commercials about like Yuk Yuks. They had this competition. I don't know if you remember this, the Great Canadian Laugh Off.
It sounds familiar.
Well, they stopped doing it, but back then it was like the first place winner gets $25,000, and
Yeah.
I was like, I've never done stand up comedy before, but I'm gonna enter, and hopefully I'll
Yeah.
win 25 grand.
So you enter the competition. Don't tell me you won the 25 grand.
Look around, buddy. This is $25,000. No, no, I lost. No, I didn't even I didn't even get in actually.
You didn't- so so you applied for that job.
I applied for the competition, and
Yeah.
then I I didn't get in. Luckily I didn't get in because if I did get in and I bombed,
Okay. Yeah.
I probably wouldn't I probably would quit, you know?
So you got rejected, and so like was that forget it. It was just a nice little
No,
dream.
yeah, yeah, cuz I was working, you know what I mean? I was like I I had work and I'm like, oh, you know, I'll just do this for fun kind of thing. And
Okay.
then finally I started applying for like the open mics on Tuesdays at Yuk Yuks.
Okay.
And then after like 4 months, I finally got on. And then luckily, I had those 4 months to actually like practice and you know, write jokes.
Yeah.
Because even if I got on the competition, I had no material. You
And
know what I
so
mean?
how did you so that you back when this is 2006, 2007,
Yeah.
2008 time. Um, like, how do you go online then? Are you trying like YouTube videos, how to write a
Oh,
joke?
okay. Okay. So check this out. So during the wedding, we made that video about how the bride and groom met,
Yeah.
and then we spoof like Spider Man and stuff. You know, like remember when Spider Man like he's like upside down, and and then
Yeah.
they take the
Yeah.
mask off.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we spoofed that video, And then the at the wedding, so everyone's going crazy at the wedding. And then the head waiter, I remember he
Yeah.
came up to me. He came up to me after the event, and he's like, "Yo, I want to show my friends this video. Where can I show them? Like, where can you know what I mean? Where can I find it again?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "Oh no, we just made it for this wedding. We didn't. It's not supposed to be for anyone else, right?"
Yeah. Yeah.
And then and then he's like, "Hey, you should put it on this new site called YouTube." I was like, what's YouTube?
Alrighty. Okay.
Yeah, so then so I put it on YouTube, and like back then, like no one was on YouTube.
No one.
No one even heard of it.
Put it on
And
YouTube.
yeah, yeah. So that was my first like taste of like online comedy, and like people loved it because like I think Facebook was around that too, around that time too. So
Yeah.
we plugged the video on like Facebook and YouTube,
Yeah.
and people loved it, and I'm like, oh, I want to make more. Like, there's got to be a way where I can keep doing this, you know, like more regularly.
Yeah.
And then I started doing. That's when I was like, oh wait, if I could do stand up, it's kind of easier. Like I don't have to like film and like record and like edit because I didn't really know. I didn't really back then. I didn't know how to do that stuff.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, if I could do like stand up, because like with the videos, there was like me, my friend Kevin, and then our other friend Cliff, who would do like the the editing and the recording.
Yeah.
So I was like the most I was like the most like into it. You know what I mean? I was like, hey guys, I wrote this script for like three more episodes, and everyone's like, yeah, yeah, sure, but they're all busy. Like, you know, they have girlfriends and stuff. And I'm like the only loser. I was like, yeah, I can do it. I'm fr- I'm free. I'm free all day, Friday night, Saturday. I can film. I want to make these videos.
Oh my God. So you went from like it almost sounds like oh my goodness, like what's that guy? Brooklyn 999 or whatever, Brooklyn 99. Uh
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
right? Like you're making these spoof videos and you go from
yeah. Lonely
that
Island. Yeah,
Lonely Island guys, that's right. And you go from that to saying like there's no one to like film this, there's no one to like produce it.
yeah.
And you're coming up with the funny bits between characters. You say, well, if it's just me, maybe stand up is what I should be doing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because
Not even
I didn't
sketch,
want
right?
it. Was like they were sketches like they were called the BFF episodes because
Okay.
we were a boy band called BFF, and and then we'd make these we'd be like we were like a fake boy band, and they're still on YouTube somewhere if you want to if you want to watch them.
Look for.
I'm so proud of them.
You mean this is not like your main channel anymore?
No, 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 not anymore.
Oh my goodness. Um, so you 4 months later you get on Yuck Yucks on the Yuck
Yes,
Yucks open mic stage.
yes,
Do you remember your first? And is this the first stage, first stand-up stage you're on?
yeah. Because back then I only knew Yuk Yuk's.
There's only Yuck Yucks. Was Laugh Resort still around?
I think it was. I never actually went to it because I think it
Yeah,
closed down like right when I was like starting, but it was like down the street, like on King. But yeah, because like
yeah,
back then I only knew Yuk Yuk's.
yeah. I don't know if there was a
Now,
lot of comedy clubs.
well, no, well now there's like so many, not even comedy clubs, but like there's so many shows at like coffee
Yeah,
shops and bars. I didn't know any of that. I just knew
yeah.
Yuk Yuk's. That's it. So I thought so back, you know, when I first started calling in, because back then you had to call in to Yuk Yuk's on a Tuesday.
Okay, yeah.
You would call in the morning, like leave a voicemail, and then you call back again Tuesday afternoon, like at 4 p.m. And like it's like an automated message, like, oh, tonight's lineup is Ernie Vicente, like that. And then,
Okay.
so then you'll know that you're on like 5 hours before the show.
Oh
And then so
shit.
I would call every Tuesday for 4 months, and like, and they kept calling other people's names, and I'm like, how many comedians are there? I thought there was only like 10 in Toronto.
Who are these
Little
people?
did I, yeah, no, little did I know there was like thousands at the time.
Yeah. Do you remember, Ernie, your first joke?
My first joke.
Yeah.
Yes,
What
kind
was
of.
it? Or what was the
Uh,
what was the premise if you can't remember it?
the premise. Oh man, I was just watching it because I watch every few years. Like my first set. It's on YouTube also somewhere.
Okay.
It's
On
on there.
BFF, the BFF site, or
Well, it's the same channel. It's like Ernie
is it
Vicente.
okay?
It's all yeah, it's all the same thing. I think because there was this guy. I don't want to
Yeah.
name his name. I don't want to name names, but there was a guy before me. He was an Asian guy, and he was like very racist.
Oh shit. All right.
And then the host came up, and she's like, you're not famous enough to be racist. And then everyone's laughing, and then I went up right after that, and they go, hey, don't worry, we're not related. And then they got a big pop. That's my very first joke on
Oh my
stage.
goodness. Oh my. So was it a different feeling than the Q-tip presentation, than the wedding?
Oh yeah, this is totally different. This is like because the wedding, because like the class thing, you're there by yourself on like on the stage in the classroom, but
Yeah.
there's only like 15 people there, and they're all your friends, your classmates.
Yeah.
It's like whatever. But here there's like man, maybe like 80 people, 80
Yeah.
strangers, and you're there by yourself, like like the bright lights,
Yeah.
like you know what I mean. So I was very nervous, and I remember my friends. I remember I was at work when I called, and then they're like Ernie Vicente. I'm like, oh my god, it was like
Yeah.
July 2026, 25, wait 2008. Sorry,
2008.
yeah, July 2008. And then I was at work, and I'm like, I could just go by myself and like, because no one really knew that I was doing this.
Yeah.
I could just go. Can you hear that? It's my dog.
Yeah. I heard that.
Yeah. So then, I was like, I can go do this show, bomb, and then no one will ever see me again. I'm just gonna leave and go back to work like nothing
Yeah.
happened. But then I was like, you know what? I actually want my friends to be there. So I called a bunch of my friends. I think 15 people came out.
Yeah.
And
Nice.
yeah, and I was so nervous that like I drank. I drank like
You went on stage drunk
well
or tipsy.
everyone well all my because like, a bunch of my friends they didn't even know I was doing this. So they're like, what is this guy? What do you mean you're performing? I'm like, yeah, I've been practicing doing a stand-up comedy. I've been like writing jokes and stuff. So like only like maybe two of my friends knew. Like I actually like practiced like material in front of them,
Wow.
and then
Okay.
I was like, does this make sense? They're like, yeah, that's good. So like, but the rest of them they never even knew that I was like doing this kind of stuff. So
Good for you, man.
yeah. So they were nervous for me. So then they came to the show. They started buying me drinks because they were worried. They were worried for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I remember I was like, but I was so nervous that like it didn't affect me. I was like totally like sober. I was so
I'm.
nervous.
I took a class with Rebecca Reeds,
Oh yeah.
and she goes, "Whatever you do, don't don't drink before drink water, but don't drink before you get on stage.
Oh yeah.
Whatever you do,
Yeah.
don't."
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you're telling me this. I just kept on drinking, and she was like,
Well, I was like, I was so nervous, but
"Yeah,
now actually I perform better like sober. I say
yeah,
that. I can say that now. Yeah.
okay." So was there a time when you had to drink? Was it just to calm your nerves, or
Oh yeah. Because like back then, my first 2 years of like
yeah,
stand up, if you can call it that, I did like 6 shows total.
the first 2 years?
Yeah, so three each year, like 3 sets.
You had to pace yourself, man.
Well, no, because I didn't know like I didn't know what the process was. I just knew that I
Yeah.
would sign up for this because I only knew Yuk Yuks. So I knew Yuk Yuks. So I'm like, hey, I got on.
So you kept on putting your name in for the open mic.
Well, here's the thing. I got on in July, and
Yeah.
then the booker was like, hey, you know what? Great stuff. Come back anytime, whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah. But but I'm like, I do. Back then, I'm like, I don't want to go back with the same material, even though you're like, you know what I mean? Even though you have to like practice and hone your jokes. I'm like, nah, I'm gonna retire these jokes already.
It's it. It's over.
It's
Put it to
over.
bed.
So I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna come back in August with a whole new 5 minutes. And I did. I did. That's why that's why I only did 3 sets. 'Cause I'm like, oh,
Holy shit.
I'm only gonna write 3 5 minute sets that are different.
You're special. Now that's enough for a special,
That's
right?
my yeah, that's my feature Netflix special.
in in between your Spider-Man wedding video, I think you could
Yeah,
show
yeah,
that. That is funny. So like when did it click for you with that, after those 6 shows, 3 years or whatever it was? Like when did it click for you that, oh, wait a second, there's more than Yuck Yuck, so there's more than an open mic. What happened for you?
because back then, remember I was only doing like 3 shows a year.
Yeah, yeah,
So I never hung out. Like I would do my spot and like I would bring my friends. I'd bring my friends and like so I'd bring like these like 2 3 friends that always came with me to the show. Like I'd pick them up. We all lived
yeah.
in Mississauga, so I
All
picked them
right.
up and then I would call them my entourage. And then so they I would, so they would always come to the show. So like after my show, I would just bring them back home. Like I never hung out. Like and plus I had work. I had work the next day.
Yeah.
So I
You're a
never
big
like
time accountant. You had a,
yeah, well yeah. No.
suit and tie.
I nah, a golf shirt. But this is college still. But um so like you know what I mean? I always I would do my spot, whatever. I talk to the comics, but like I never like hung out, you know,
Yeah,
like so I never knew. But it wasn't only it was until like I I was like, oh, I want to do this more, but I can't keep bringing my friends every night. You know, I
yeah.
can bring my friends like once a month. That's fine. But I
Mhm.
want to keep bugging them again every night. So I'm like, I gotta do this. I want to do this more. So I started doing it by myself more, and then I started meeting more comics and like started talking to them, and like they're like, hey, come do this show at this coffee shop, at this
Cool.
bar in you
Yeah.
know, like Burlington or whatever. And it just like snowballed from there.
Wow. Did you ever get to meet this guy, Russell Peters?
Oh yeah, of course.
Did you tell him that story
Oh, which story? The people are
from
like,
the
oh,
what?
you should be like
Well,
Russell Peters.
yeah, that one. Yeah, yeah,
It was in school.
yeah.
I think I did. I because he was here. He was doing he was playing the Air Canada Center at the time.
Oh
This
wow,
was like maybe 2011, 12.
wow. Already,
And
okay, okay, wow.
yeah, yeah, this was like maybe like the third time he did it, and he was like, you know, he
Yeah,
sold it out. And then I
yeah,
remember like I went to the washroom, and then there's a lineup. Like usually, if you go to Air Canada Center, and there's a lineup for like let's say you go to for like a Raptors game,
yeah,
whatever, right? And usually there's a lineup and stuff. But then this time was different because you're like, there's a huge lineup for this washroom. For like, I'm like, this is for one guy. You know what I mean? This isn't for like a basketball team or whatever. This is like one dude. I'm like, wow, this is pretty
yeah,
cool. And then I remember
yeah.
I was talking to, do you know John Paul?
Yeah.
So John Paul, he's like one of Russell's friends. So
Okay.
he was backstage, and then I
Yeah,
remember I was texting John Paul, and then I'm like, I don't want to ask him like because I wanted to meet Russell, but I'm like, I don't want to ask him.
yeah. You don't want to ask the favor now. You should hold on
No,
to that.
no.
Yeah, yeah. I get it.
So then, so we were just texting whatever, but then like during the show, they're like, oh no, you can't use your phones. I was like, cool. So I remember I was with this girl, and she lived in like Vaughan by like Canada's Wonderland.
Yeah,
And then so after the show, we went for like I think ice cream. I don't know dessert. We went for dessert, and then I drove her home. And then as we're driving, I guess I never checked my phone. So then once I dropped her off, I checked my phone. And then John Paul texted me. He was like, "Hey, you want to come to the after party?" I'm like, "Oh fuck yeah!" Can I swear? I was like, "Yes." So I dropped her off, and she's like, "Had a great time." I'm like, "Okay, bye. I have to go
I'm gonna
back to
go.
I gotta go back to Toronto." So, so I went back to Toronto, and then I went to the after party with like Russell and all those guys, and then it was like one of the best nights because like yeah, I met Russell and he was so nice. You know, like, we talked for like maybe 20 minutes, like when I
Yeah,
first met him, And yeah, I know. I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure I told him that story, but I don't even know. It was like a blur.
Yeah.
But,
And that
but yeah,
was
really nice guy.
that's like after 3, 4 years of doing comedy?
Yeah, this is like 2012. I have to check my diary or
Yeah.
journal, or whatever it's called,
Yeah.
calendar. Um, yeah, he's around that time, 2013, 2012.
Yeah, so that's amazing. Like so, like 2 years out, you're doing your one every quarter,
Yeah.
and then you started leaving your friends in Mississauga and just going on your own. And then 2 years, you are known enough to get invited to an after party.
Well, kinda. Like it was like 2011. That's when I started doing it like nightly.
Yeah,
Like
nightly.
more,
Shit.
yeah, more uh yeah, way more than like the first 2 years. The first like 2008, 2009,
Yeah.
2010, very sporadic. But 2011, I met my friend. I met this guy, DK Fan. Do you know that guy?
No, DK fan. No.
So DK Fan, he's a comic from. Like, we used to live right beside each other in Brampton,
Okay.
and then he was like, "Oh man, we live together. We live like right beside each other. We should carpool going to all these shows." So I didn't know about these shows. So he actually showed me about these shows like these open mics in like Mississauga and like Toronto, and like he introduced me
Yeah.
to all these people, and then it
Yeah.
just like it didn't, and then it just like snowballed like from there.
Wow.
Yeah, and then
Um,
yeah, then I met wrestling.
when was there a point in the past, what is it, 16 years, 17 years? Um, was there a point when you look back and or was there a point as you're going through your life where you go, holy shit, I think this is what I do. I, I've, I've,
Oh yeah,
I've,
yeah, yeah.
I've not made it that you're getting deals left, right, and center, but you said to yourself, yeah, I'm a comedian. I'm quote unquote successful. I'm doing good. What, when was that? And when did you hit yourself with that?
Oh, it happens all the time. Like I remember one of my
Shit. Okay.
first, well, one of my first gigs,
Yeah.
one of my first paying gigs. Sorry,
Yeah.
one of my first paying gigs. I think we made like $5.
Yeah.
But like back then, like I had a job. Like I didn't really, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I don't really care. So then I remember the headliner was like, "How much money did you make tonight?" I'm like, "I don't know, $5." He's like,
Yeah.
"Someone someone gave you $5 for these jokes." I'm like,
Yeah.
"Wow, you're right. This is pretty cool. It's a pretty good job." But like I had a job, like I didn't really care. But I'm like, "That's pretty cool."
Yeah.
Like someone's paying you. But
Yeah.
a couple of years ago, I did a show in Yukon.
Holy shit.
Yeah, yeah. So my friend, she was producing the show there, and it was like it's like a small theater in Yukon. It's like 100 people,
Yeah.
and she was like she booked me like months in advance. It was like in April, and she told
Yeah.
me this in like October. And I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, I'm so excited. I've never been to Yukon,
Yeah.
and then she booked everything, the flight, the Airbnb, everything. And
Yeah.
then I remember, so I fly there, and then we do the show. Great show. And have you been to Yukon before? Or
No,
so
never.
it's just all mountains. Have you
Okay.
been to Vancouver?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like mountains, but like just no buildings. It's just mountains, right? So I remember after the show, she drives me back to the Airbnb, and then I'm watching TV on my laptop, and
Yeah.
then it was like WrestleMania. I remember it was WrestleMania 40. I was watching WrestleMania. That's why after the show, people are like, "Hey, you want to come to the bar?" I'm like, "Oh
No, I
no, no,
gotta
I
watch
got
wrestling.
no, no, I didn't say that. I was like, no, I got an early flight tomorrow. I gotta go to bed." But really, I was what's WrestleMania?
You're in the you get invited to a bar in the Yukon. That's
No, but here's the best part. So I'm watching WrestleMania, and then I have like my snacks and stuff, and then I remember like I look out the window of this Airbnb, and like it's like it's like nighttime and like just mountains, beautiful.
yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God, where am I? I was like, I I I had to take like a step back, and I'm like, I'm in the Yukon. Like, look at these beautiful mountains. I'm like, someone flew me and paid for everything just for these jokes. It's
These
crazy.
jokes.
That's when I had that moment. I was like, oh my God, this is the best job in the world.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
That is amazing. That's really, really good. What's your well, let me ask you this. Has your obviously your jokes have changed. Um, I'm curious, have you found your voice? Have you found like this is the type of comic that I am, right? You know,
Uh, yeah. So it's changed over the years. Like I remember when I first started, I was doing like more long form jokes, like kind of like storytelling kind of thing.
yeah,
And then I started doing one liners because when you first start out, you're only doing like 3 minute sets or 5 minutes, right? So I
yeah,
was like, I want to pack way more jokes into these 5 minutes.
yeah,
So I started doing one liners. But then after a few years, people are they're like they start bugging me for like 10 minutes and like 20 minutes. I'm like, oh, I can't memorize all these one liners.
yeah,
So I was like, okay, I gotta go back to like my original like long form jokes.
yeah.
So like it changes over time. Like even now, I'm still trying to evolve and like um
Interesting.
change my um like on stage like persona and like the way I deliver jokes. Like maybe like because I kind of want to go like more high energy. Like right now I'm like very like low energy. Like
Ah, yeah, yeah, yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about. I know exactly, and that's I'm like, how I'm more of a so I've got that sort of British humor where you just kind of you're not smiling, you're just sort of
like a
delivering
deadpan.
the
Yeah,
joke, and in your head you go, "This is fucking funny. Why isn't anybody laughing?"
yeah,
And then you'll see a comic that will say something that isn't so funny, but their delivery and they're laughing and they're smiling, and I go, "Fuck!" But like, are they high? Is that why they're so happy telling this joke all the time?
yeah,
You
yeah,
know, and people are laughing. Do I need to start having edibles and stuff like that? Um,
yeah.
but I know what you mean. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know what you mean. I'm trying to figure out how do I sort of start giggling or laughing or smiling all the time. I don't know if
Well,
that's a thing.
just it takes like it takes so much time. Like
Yeah.
you just gotta keep doing it like over. You keep doing it like every night, and then like um eventually like you'll find your comfort zone. You're like, oh, I actually feel comfortable delivering jokes like faster or like slower, you
Mm,
know. Um, for me, because I'm like naturally like low energy,
yeah.
right? But sometimes like when I'm with my friends, I'm like more high energy and stuff. And then I'm like, I
Yeah.
see these comics like with high energy. I'm like, wow, these guys are amazing. Like Danny Marnello, like Drew Bam. Like boom, you
Yeah.
guys are so. I'm like, oh wow, these guys are so high energy. I'm like, I want because like I'll be watching them and like the crowd's like, yeah, yeah, yeah. And they keep going higher, 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 you
Yeah.
know. And then when I go, it's like very, very low energy, so it's like very like, and then boom, yeah, and then down, yeah, you know.
Yeah.
But those guys like, yeah, they're like the whole time, yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah.
So I want that where people are like, wow. Wow, like, I had to like I have to like they're like jumping up and down. I want like that rowdy. I want that
Yeah.
rowdy crowd with like wow
Like
Ernie,
you're at a
Ernie.
rave or something.
Yeah, 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 like Bad Bunny. Look at this guy. I'm making
But
them
you've
dance.
got that confidence, like when you're on stage and the way you stand and you hold the mic. And I can't remember if in your left hand you hold the mic stand. I don't know if you're one of those guys. Um, but
Sometimes, yeah,
yeah, but I remember you on stage and you go like, shit, this guy's confident. Like you don't need to be talking all the time. You'll let the silence work for you,
yeah, yeah,
uh,
yeah, yeah,
right? And I go, fuck, I need to like, how do you get like to get that confidence? You say something and then you just let people laugh and smile and think, and then then you continue and you stop. Like I love that.
yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah,
and then you've got Dave Merhesh,
yeah,
who's like a maniac,
yeah, yeah, yeah. Dave's great.
and I go, fuck, like how, and I've been told that he doesn't write his jokes. He works his jokes like on stage all the time. Like he doesn't, like, I don't know if that's true or not, but yeah, then he's got his style. And I go, fuck, how do I bring that energy, you know?
Dave, yeah, Dave. Like when I first started, I remember like because he would just rant, and then he was so
Yeah.
funny. And like me and my friends, like when I was starting out, I was like, we're like, who is this guy? Because like he would go up there and like he would be like riffing, like
Yeah.
and it'd be so funny. He'd be like ranting about the like his whole like his day, for example. And he's like, yeah, I took the bus here and it was like this and like it was late and blah blah. And it was so funny. And I'm like, I love this.
Yeah.
This is great. Like for me, like like some of my best sets are like when um it's like off the cuff. Like I do like crowd work
Yeah.
and like I'll say something to this guy and it's like so funny. And then I'm like I never even I planned it, you know? It
Yeah.
just came like that's when I'm like, oh, that's when I feel like the funniest. Not when if not when I do like my jokes that I've been doing like,
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
like
I hear what you're
months.
saying. Yeah. You feed off the energy of the
Weird.
crowd as well.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Um, what's next for you? Like, what's sort of your next? Do you have a? I don't know if you're that type of person that you set like a goal of I'm going to do this show or this location or like, is there anything like that for you that you're sort of working towards or have as sort of your next rung in the ladder?
What's next? Um I'm actually doing Big Norm?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so me and Big Norm we're actually doing this we're doing these like these comedy shows but they're kind of like musical shows. They're called Pinoys to Men.
I think I've seen some videos. Okay.
Yeah, so
Is
like
it?
well
Yeah. Go
basically
ahead. Sorry.
it started in we did a show in Calgary in October and we called it
Okay.
the Pinoy Cowboys because we're like out west.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then it was just like for a one-off show, but then people were like producers were like messaging us like, "Hey, we want the Pinoy Cowboys in like Vancouver and like Windsor and Kitchener and like Montreal and stuff."
Yeah.
And then I was like, "Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Me and Norm, we could do a show like just us two."
Yeah.
And then I was like, "But hey, but it wouldn't make sense if we're doing like Montreal. The Cowboys are only because like we're in Alberta."
Yeah.
So I was like, "Hey, let's." Because both, well, Norm can sing better than me, but like I can sing pretty well too. My 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 monotone voice, and so I was like, oh, we should call ourselves Pinoys to Men, and then we could do like some like comedy music shows. So that's what we're actually working on like right now. Like our
All
first shows
right.
in
Yeah.
March 7th at Makilala. It's a new Filipino restaurant in a church in Richmond,
Okay.
and then after that we're actually going to Vancouver the next week, and then like I think Montreal the next month, and like there's a bunch of shows coming up. So
That is awesome, man.
yeah,
Tell me about the worst show you ever did.
worst show, oh, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
Not because well, either because you bombed or because like some guy booked you in a bingo hall and everyone's playing bingo and you're supposed to like what what was like that's what I'm talking about worse. Like it was
oh,
just
yeah, yeah, yeah. There's like so many of those like, over the
yeah,
years because when you're starting out, like someone will be like, "Hey, can you want to do this show for like $20?" You're like, "Yes, I'll do anything just for you don't even have to
for
pay me.
20 bucks. Fuck.
I even I mean
Yeah, I
I'm
hear. Yeah.
starting out. I don't even care, man.
Yeah.
Just give me the stage time." And then it was it was it was my friend I don't want to say her name, but my friend's work.
All right.
So she's no, because she's a comedian.
Okay.
You might know her. So it was her coworker's retirement party.
Yeah.
And then so they had this like hall and so so we're there for this retirement party and like right before our show um they had like all these speeches and they're like, oh man, let's say her name was like Marianne. It's like, oh Marianne, you're you're gonna I miss you so much, and people are crying because like they love Marianne and she's
Yeah.
retiring, right? So everyone's crying, and then they're like, oh, and now we have this comedy show. So so he, I think there was like maybe four of us, and then I remember I get on, and I'm like, no one cares about us. You know, they only
Yeah.
care about Marianne, and Marianne. I don't even think Marianne was like listening. She was like, because like it's a party. People are like,
Yeah.
she's walking around. Everyone's like, hugging her and stuff. And then we're like, what are we doing here?
And
I
you want
got,
everyone to be quiet and yeah.
yeah, and you can't really yell at them, because it's like it's someone's
Sure.
retirement party, So, but it's like
Wait,
I remember,
and a comic booked you for this.
yeah, because someone who organized the retirement party was like, hey, you're a comedian, like their coworker, you're a
Yeah.
comedian. Let's
Yeah.
have for entertainment. Let's have for, an hour of of comedy. And then she's like,
That
yeah, sure.
is
And then yeah,
hilarious.
I think I made $50, so that's a
Why
good
not?
thing. Yeah,
There, you made the 50. That's what it was
I made the
for.
50. Yeah, yeah,
It was for
yeah,
this is a bad place, but Ernie needs some cash.
yeah, yeah,
Let's
yeah.
let's 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 give him his biggest
It was
paycheck to
it
date.
was worth it.
That is awesome, man. Um, Ernie, thanks so much for your time, man. I really appreciate this. If pe wait, like where can people see you? Are you performing um upcoming soon anywhere?
When do you put this out?
This weekend.
Oh, well then tonight I'm at the Corner Comedy Club. If it's Valentine's Day I'm at the Corner Comedy Club on the Saturday
Okay.
and Friday and Saturday I'm at the Corner Comedy Club in
Okay.
Toronto.
You
That's
got your Valentine's Day jokes?
yeah, it's a lot of
Uh,
heartbreak,
A lot of heartbreak.
a lot of heartbreak, buddy.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, and
No,
Pinoys to Men, Saturday, March 7th at Makalala.
all right. Awesome. And if people want to connect with you online so that they can come to your shows and everything, where's the best place for them to go?
Oh yeah, follow me on Instagram at Ernie Vicente or Facebook,
Awesome.
whatever.
Ernie, thank you so much, man. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.